Good morning, this is Andrew Mount for GG. It is Saturday the 14th of December. As you can see, I elected to work from home today rather than go to Cheltenham or Wolverhampton, and I took in the Market Harborough Park run this morning. I've been off the track for a while and definitely needed the run. There was some controversy though, as the course was shortened due to flooding, and there were plenty of people who got personal bests. Others felt the time shouldn't have stood. They were squaring up to each other in the cafe when I left, and it looks like it could have been a bloodbath. Now on to tonight's meeting at Wolverhampton. So I've put up one runner here later on in my blog on GG.CO.UK, but most of my selections there were at Cheltenham today. But there is an interesting meeting at Wolverhampton. We've got a Class 6 0 to 105 handicap at 650. I want to talk briefly about the draw and pace bias at the moment at Wolverhampton. Basically, the inside has ridden dead, much slower than the rest of the track at the majority of meetings this winter. That's made it very difficult to win from the inside. Now, over the extended mile and extended 9 furlong trips in handicaps of 8 or more runners, stall 1's just 4 from 101 this year. Now, if we take all handicaps in the current month of 8 or more runners, stall 1 is 0 from 22, stall 2 is 1 from 22, and stall 3, 0 from 22. So just 1 from 66 from the bottom 3 stalls in handicaps of 8 or more runners so far this year. And we've got lots of low drawn short price horses today. Now, just because you're drawn low doesn't mean you'll stick to the inside. If you're a hold-up horse, at some point you're probably going to try and switch off that and maybe come wide, and you can perhaps still overcome that draw. But anything that's racing prominently from a low draw, I want to take on. And that brings us to Chen Gong, the 15 to 8 favourite in the last race, the 820. He's drawn in 3, he can race keenly, and they put blinkers on him for the first time. To me, that suggests they're going to try and make the running, and if he does, he'll be vulnerable around the inner. So take him on with Final Attack. Hard to win with this one, but the last time he ran over course and distance, he was placed at 50 to 1. He's the sort of horse who'll be finishing late and wide and could get into the frame again. He's 33 to 1 in a place, generally 28 to 1. Slightly earlier in the 750, the 720, I've thrown another arrow at a big price one, and this is Dark Devil for the Pat Morris yard. Now he's a 40 to 1 shot, the complete outsider of the field today. Now the last time he ran, it was his debut for the yard after leaving Richard Fahey. He was a big price then that day, but he ran much better than his finishing position suggested. He was 8th of 13, beaten 5 lengths, but he was switched to the inside for his run, and obviously couldn't make ground up in the swamp, but did well to finish as close as he did, in my opinion. So add him, Dark Devil at 40 to 1 to Final Attack in the last at around about 28 to 1. That could be a nice each way double to small stakes. At a shorter price in the 650, the big race, I'm going to side with Lancelot du Lac from stall 6. We got 3 runners priced at 7 to 1 or shorter in stalls 1, 2 and 3 here. And if they get trapped on the inner, it could be ideal for Lancelot du Lac. He should have a decent pace to chase. He can sit mid-division or just behind the leaders, and then hopefully from stall 6 won't switch to the inside, he'll switch to the outer for his run. He's a 12 to 1 shot. Dean Ivory had a 10 to 1 winner at Chelmsford last night, and he makes each way appeal. That's it from me until next week. Until then, best of luck if you're having a bet, and have a great weekend. Cheers.